Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I am in the garage and it is a mess. What I am wanting to do is build some shelves above the deep freezer and the water. Look, that's a water filtration system and our hot water heater. This is my little stockpile. I'll be moving here shortly. But I am trying to build some shelves. As you can see, this is just a rough draft, just a frame of what I'm trying to do. And I am trying to build it all the way up to the ceiling, down to the floor. You guys, oh my gosh, that bird is so loud. I don't know if y'all can hear that. But the awkward setup about this build is because I do have the hot water heater right there. And then for now, this is the only outlet that we have in our garage. I'm gonna try to get our electrician out to maybe put a couple more. But as far as the water filtration system, that's gotta be here because it's already installed into the wall. And to me, it just makes sense to go ahead and leave the deep freezer right here. So I am going to be building around. So I'm trying to build, it'll probably start right here on this corner. I'm using a 2x4, which is 8 feet long. So it's probably gonna start literally right here on the wall and then span that far down. And I'll probably have it maybe 2 feet wide. So it'll come out about 2 feet off the wall. So that's what I'm about to do, you guys. I got this new stud finder that I was sitting here playing with. OMG, guys, I'm gonna show you how it works. I think this is so cool. So this stud finder lets you know once you've hit the center of the stud, making it super easy to locate and giving you confidence to know that you're actually in the stud as you're screwing. So my goal was to take up as much storage space as possible. I wanted to maximize all of this wall space so that I can have as much room for storage as needed. So I did take measurements to try and figure out how many shelves I could get on this wall. So I started by using a 2x4, and as you can see, I have my level here to try to get a basis on exactly where it would sit. Once I did find all of the studs on this wall, I made sure that this 2x4 spanned across a stud. And I personally like to first secure it, the 2x4 to the wall in the center. That way, if I need to adjust the 2x4 just to make sure that it's leveled, I kind of have the room to do so. With the measurements that I took for this wall, I figured I could get about 3 good shelves on it. So as you can see, I'm already working on shelf number 2. And as you guys know, I do most of my projects solo dolo. So I find these clamps always super handy. So as you can see, I'm actually using it to hold the 2x4 up on the mounts that I already had in place. And this just kind of holds it in place until I can get it screwed on. You guys, so my most recent tool purchase was this DEWALT driver, and you guys, I absolutely love it. It does not require you to drill any pilot holes, and you don't have to worry about the wood splitting as you're drilling. As you can see, these screws are going in so smooth and so easy, and I am not having to use any unnecessary extra force. Highly recommended if you're working toward any DIYs in the future. So I will say that it may have been a bit easier to assemble the frame first before attaching it to the wall. However, I did want to attach it to the wall and then assemble it, only because I feel like my measurements would become a little more custom and more exact to this particular wall in my garage. And it definitely worked out for the best. Tomato, tomato, definitely do whatever works best for you. Once I had the frame assembled, as you can see, I now just place on a sheet of plywood, which was actually really easy in that having it cut, I actually had that done at Lowe's. They were able to just rip the sheet of plywood in half for me, which came out to be exactly 2 feet, which was how wide my shelves are. So now my focus is just trying to get it leveled. I have my products up here already, but as you can see, like this side is already really leveled. I feel like that glares in a way, but this side is really leveled, really good. But this side, since I don't have the support up yet, I have a support here in the middle, then there on the side. I'm gonna do it on this side, and as you can see, you see how it's off. So I'm gonna show you how I am going to get that leveled and make sure it is secure in place. So what I created was my own sort of wedge system. So what I started off by doing was placing the 2x4 that was going to be my support. Went ahead and clamped that into place and made sure it was level. Then once I had that in place, I take spare parts of 2x4s that I had laying around, and as you can see, I'm just kind of going to maneuver it under the shelf, causing it to slowly lift up. This way I can check to make sure it is becoming leveled. And once it is right where I need it to be, I can go ahead and secure it to the 2x4. Okay, y'all, so what you can see that I did is I'm using, like, I just made my own kind of little wedge piece to lift this shelf up temporarily. I used some cuts of spare 2x4s just to hold it up temporarily. And then this is how I'll make sure that it's leveled now. So as you can see, now it's leveled. So now I am going to, while it is propped up, shoot in a couple of screws to hold it in place. So I did use this exact same method for the very top shelf as well. Again, I just use a little 2x4. I used a smaller one just to temporarily hold the shelf up in place until I can screw it to the 2x4 on the side. All right, you guys, so here are the shelves. Thank goodness I was able to get this knocked out within a weekend, and it is already helping reduce on some of the clutter in this garage already. I actually do have a couple more things that I want to do. I am really thinking about enclosing off this wall on this side and possibly even this side. And I even picked up some strips of poplar wood that I want to come back and cover the 2x4s with, just so it looks maybe a little more finished and a little more custom. And I'll probably even like paint it, I don't know, maybe white or black once I have it all trimmed out. But you guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.